Hello and welcome to this month's Sounds of 86 here on 1BTN. Started the show off with Elastic by Opal Sun. I did play a version of that a couple of months ago on the show. The version I played today is the more mellow ambient version, and that's called Phase 3. Really great EP. Followed that up with a new track called Karakara by Tunguska. They're a band that kind of proved to me how small the world can be sometimes. Just after their original EP came out on Before I Die, a couple of years ago I think it was, my daughter said to me that her teacher was in a band and that I might like their music. Turned out that he was actually James Defty, who's the bassist out of Tunguska, so yeah, she was right on that one. Going to play something now which is quite an oldie. This is from Jose Gonzalez's band Junip, and this is called Without You.
While the others die. lover could have been a book. Could have been a signpost, could have been a clock. Simple as a kettle, steady as a rock. I could be here and now. I would be, I should be, but how? I could have been one of these things first. I could have been one of these things first. Could have been a whistle, could have been a flute. Real life giver could have been a boot. Could have been a signpost, could have been a clock. Simple as a kettle, steady as a rock. I could have been even there. I would be, I should be so near.
You're listening to the sounds of 86 here on 1BTN. And that last track there, hopefully I don't butcher it too much in my poor Portuguese, is João Leon, with a cover of the Nick Drake classic, of course, One of These Things First, Onju. Onju's tagged at the end, apparently because it's the Portuguese word for a bird singing, and it shares a remarkable similarity from an artist which Nick Drake really, really apparently loved, who's called João Gilberto. And if you listen to Gilberto's track Onju, you can really, really sort of hear where he got the inspiration for One of These Things First from. And before that, you heard Makaya McRaven with Dream Another, taken from an absolutely classic modern jazz album, which came out in 2002, well worth picking up. The album's called In These Times. Next up, with Spring in the Air, this is Salt with Morning Sun.
Morning sun, where have you run? Light fills my soul with glory. Morning sun, where have you run? Life could be blessed with fun, fun.
Morning sun, when the evening come and you're so far gone away from me. Lonely heart, where you've been so long, what you searching for, you've already won. Morning sun, where you've been so long and you're so far gone, rise again. Yeah, morning sun, where you've been so long, when the evening comes, so far gone, so far gone. Morning sun, when the evening comes and you're so far gone away from me. Lonely heart, where you've been so long, what you searching for, you've already won. Searching for morning sun, where you've been so long and you're so far gone away from me. Morning sun, where you've been so long and you're so far gone away from me. Morning sun, where you've been so long and you're so far gone away from me. Yeah, morning sun, where you've been so long, when the evening comes, so far gone,
for blue sky, then stared at the ground. I tried standing up, tried turning around. I'm stuck inside with the curtains down. I still believe it, baby, what can I say? I wanna keep my love in place. I wanna leave you, but I won't without you. I said I keep trying, I was telling the truth. Put your head out here, it's gonna get you close. So won't you tell me what to do? Lay your head down, take a little rest on my shoulder. We can start over. I know who to call if I should stumble and fall, commit a criminal act or two. My head out, giving it my best to get closer and closer to you. Lost in my mind, singing way too loud and spitting on each face in the crowd. I tried standing up, I started following down. I'm shook inside and the band's in town. I still believe it, baby, what can I say? You took my love, made a big mistake. Oh, they don't see it, baby, not like you do. I said I keep trying, I was telling the truth. Put your hand out here, it's gonna get you close. So won't you tell me what to do? Lay your head down, take a little rest on my shoulder. We can start over. I know who to call if I should stumble and fall, commit a criminal act or two. With my head out, giving it my best to get closer and closer to you.
God,
miles around town without breaking down. She waves to the crowd and glides away. Where's this promised land? Is it far away? Shall I catch a bus or walk up the way? Where's this promised land? Is it far away? Shall I catch a boat or swim all the way?
We're Sounds of 86 here on 1BTN. That was Melin Melin with Promised Land. It's not Melon Melon, it's Melin Melin. Welsh bands. Pronunciations on this show. I don't know why we picked these bands anyway, but there you go. Melin Melin with Promised Land. And before that I played White Denim, and that was called Handout Giving. Never really been a fan of White Denim, but their last album is really good. I've been digging further back into their vaults, and yeah, I think that's their 12th album. So yeah, there's a lot to dig back into. Yeah, good band, yeah, had passed me by. There you go. And now I'm going to play Casino Hearts' new band from Brooklyn, and this is called Say It For Yourself.
Places
Cantamar with Paloma from their album Out of Town. Before that, I played a track off the Charles Ball compilation Black Rain that came out last year. The track was called Tightrope, and it's by an artist called Richard Lee Evans. It's a really great compilation, that one, if you haven't had a chance to check it out. Next up is a track from 2010. This is by the Midwest supergroup Gangs. Gangs were formed by Robin Olsen. They had over 20 members in the band, so yeah, massive supergroup, and it featured the likes of Justin Vernon and Mike Noyce from Bon Iver. The track I'm going to play is called The Gaudy Side of Town.
the wind and the sun.
Absolutely loving the Balearic breakbeat chug on that track. Dub Specialists Moving You, and that's the Millie McKee re-edit. Track comes out on April the 18th on the Mysticisms label out of London, when there's great mixes on that 12-2 from Chuggy and also the label owner Piers Harrison. And before that you heard Jimmy Tenor with Cold Diamond and Mink, a track called Summer of Synthesia. Playing that on a 7-inch that's well worth picking up actually. It's got a lovely little B-side on it, and that track I played you there is also going to be on the album which comes out on the 25th of April called July Blue Skies. Next up, a band I played you on last month's show. I'm going to go back to the album and play something else. The band are called Dead Sound, which sounds like they should come from Liverpool, but it's Amsterdam's Young Marco and Berlin-based singer-songwriter John Moods. The album on Music from Memory Records is called Into the Void, and the track I'm going to play you is called The Illusion.
It's never gonna stop.
This is 1BTN, where Sounds of 86, and that track was Pale Blue Eyes with The Dreamer. Manchester band, quite young, very good. Before that I played another new band, and that is Midding, and that's called Synth Love. And they remind me a bit of a lo-fi Brian Jonestown Massacre with a bit of horse speech, so there you go. And now I'm going to play Courtney Barnett, and it's a cover of Neil Young's Lot of Love.
La 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 la. Ooh, ooh. It's gonna take a lot of love to change the way things are. It's gonna take a lot of love, or we won't get too far. So if you look in my direction and we don't see eye to eye, my heart needs protection, and so do I.
You're listening to the Sounds of 86 here on 1BTN. That was the Yarny rework of System Junk by North of the Island. That features on an EP of Yarny reworks that is coming out on New Northern Soul of all releases from that label. Before that, I played a track called Tabaka by Clan Collector. Keep your eyes out. The first album was really, really great, but they've got a second album out soon as well on Before I Die Records, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Next up is a new track from the British disco funk band Simand. The big band with the likes of The Loft and David Mancuso back in the days. Not got the original lineup of members have passed away, but they've kind of got back together and put out an album which is kind of true to their roots. Track I'm going to play is called Coltrane and is a tribute to John Coltrane.
Music is the message, creation
não, até sentir saudade do amor. Sei não, até sentir vontade de ser. Rever qualquer lembrança em mim ou você, das coisas que eu não quero esquecer. Parei pra olhar o céu e o tempo passou. Perdi noção das horas pensando em você, do tanto que eu sonhava em te ver. Iaia, vem pra dançar, descansar. Ioiô, me balança, vem pra roda. Me enrolar, me embalar, me vestir de você. Parei pra olhar o céu e o tempo passou. Perdi noção das horas pensando em você, do tanto que eu sonhava em te ver. Iaia, vem pra dançar, descansar. Ioiô, me balança, vem pra roda. Me enrolar, me embalar, me vestir de você.
You're listening to the sounds of 86 here on 1BTN, and that last track was Shoegaze Giants, Slow Dive, with a track called Alive, taken from their 2023 album Everything Is Alive. And before that, I played you a lovely piece of modern bossa by an artist called Nyron Higor, taken from Nyron's self-titled album, and the track I played you was called Mi Vistere Ema Voice, which I've absolutely butchered in Portuguese, but it loosely translates to I Dress in You. Nyron's album is I think is absolutely fantastic. In fact, I'd probably say if you were going to pick up, or if I was going to recommend one piece of music that so far I've sort of like played this year, that album by Nyron Higor is just fantastic. It's going to really sort of see you through into the summer, and it will be a real favourite. You can pick it up on Nyron's Bandcamp page, NYRONHIGOR. It's available digitally, and it's available on vinyl there too. Next up, we've got a track for some friends of ours, for Duncan, for Georgia, and for Baby Sonny. We're absolutely delighted to hear about the birth of Baby Sonny, and everybody here at 86 sends you all their love. We're going to play you a track which is much loved by Moon Boots. It came out in the 1970s, and it's been covered by loads of people. It was originally done by Leslie Duncan. It's called Love Song, and Moon Boots loves it so much he even started up an Instagram page which was called 100 Love Songs, where he tracked down 100 different really obscure versions of this track. So we're going to play this version for Duncan, and for Georgia, and for Baby Sonny. It's actually the Elton John cover, and it's been given a bit of a modern twist by the Random House Project. And this is Rocket Man Love Song Remake.
Simple, but they're true. Until you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. You know what I'll do. Have your eyes really seen? You know what I'll do. You know what I'll do. You say it's very hard to leave behind the life we knew. Have your eyes already seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes already seen?
If you're looking for a home, I'll protect you. If you're looking for a space, I'll keep you warm. If you're looking for respect, I'll drop respect too. We can build a bed of roses on the lawn. If you're looking for a home, I'll protect you. If you're looking for a space, I'll keep you warm. If you're looking for respect, I'll drop respect too. We can build a bed of roses on the lawn. Watch the candle turn to wax, I won't neglect you. If we're walking in the rain, at least we've fallen. When the summer leaves, we always turn to gold. When the summer leaves, we always turn to gold. If you're looking for a home, I'll protect you. If you're looking for a space, I'll keep you warm. If you're looking for respect, I'll drop respect too. We can build a bed of roses on the lawn. Watch the candle turn to wax, I won't neglect you. If we're walking in the rain, at least we've fallen. When the summer leaves, we always turn to gold. When the summer leaves, we always turn to gold. Always turn to gold. Always turn to gold. Always turn to gold. Diamonds never rust. Always turn to gold. Always turn to gold. Always turn to gold. I'll keep you warm if you give me trust. I'm diamond, I'm the gold on the road, don't rush. Dust on my name, diamonds made of dust. And I always turn to gold, watch the flow, don't bust. Always turn to gold, diamonds never rust. Always turn to gold, the flow, don't bust. Always turn to gold, dust on my name, diamonds made of dust. And I always turn to gold, watch the flow, don't dust. I'm the gold, diamond, I'm the gold. Always turn to gold, diamonds made of dust. Always turn to gold, diamonds made of dust. Always turn to gold, diamonds made of dust. If you're looking for a home, I'll protect you. If you're looking for a space, I'll keep you warm. If you're looking for respect, I'll drop respect too. We can build a bed of roses on the lawn. If you're looking for a home, I'll protect you. If you're looking for a space, I'll keep you warm. If you're looking for respect, I'll drop respect too. We can build a bed of roses on the lawn. Always turn to gold, always turn to gold. Always turn to gold, diamonds never rust. Always turn to gold, diamonds never rust. Always turn to gold and the flow don't bust. Always turn to gold, diamond gold, diamond on the gold, diamond on the gold. If you're looking for a home, I'll protect you. If you're looking for a space, I'll keep you warm. Always turn to gold.
Le vent souffle en Arizona, un état d'Amérique dans lequel Arizona. Cowboy dingue, du bang bang, du flingue, de l'arme, du cheval et de quoi faire la bringue. Poursuivi par Smith et Wesson, Colt, Derringer, Winchester et Remington. Il erre dans les plaines, fier, solitaire, son cheval et son partenaire. Parfois, il rencontre des Indiens, mais la rue est vers l'or et son seul dessin. Sa vie suit un cours que l'on connaît par cœur. La rivière sans retour d'Otto Preminger, tandis que John Wayne est looké à la Lucky Luke, propre comme un archiduc. Oncle Sam me doute, Hollywood nous berne, Hollywood berne, dans la vie de tous les jours comme dans les nouveaux westerns. Les 7 mercenaires n'ont pas l'once d'un combat. Harry, désormais, est proche de Gare de l'Est. Il sauve des époques et les lieux pour un nouveau Far West. Les saloons sont des bistrots, on y vend des clopes. Pas de la chip, du top, du cinémascope. Il entre dans le bar, commande un indien, scalpe la mousse, boit, repose le verre sur le zin. Une dos cheveux se part, sous des types se baignent pour des motifs futiles comme dans les nouveaux westerns. Les States sont une sorte de multinationale. Elle exporte le western et son modèle féodal. Dicte le bien, le mal, Lucky Luke et les Dalton sont camouflés en Paul Smith et Weston. On dit que ce qui compte c'est le décor. La vie ne fait pas le moine dans la rue et vers l'or. Dès lors, les techniques se perfectionnent. La carte à puce remplace le Remington. Mais Harry, à Paris, n'a pas eu de chance. On le stoppe sur le périph' avec sa diligence. Puis on le place à freine, pour que freine, le freine. Victime des directives de ce que l'on appelle le nouveau western. Le nouveau western. Parfois, la vie ressemble à une balle perdue. Dans le système moderne se noie l'individu. Pour rester lucide, il s'abreuvait de brandy. Désormais, on brandit téléchité baby. Ou blanche et la chevauchée fantastique. Toujours à contre-jour, c'est bien moins héroïque. Dans le monde du rêve, on termine par un happy end. Est-ce aussi le cas dans ce que l'on nomme le nouveau western? Le nouveau western. Le nouveau western. Le nouveau western. Le nouveau western. Moderne. Le nouveau western. Moderne. Le nouveau western. Sitting Bull. Koshi. Calamity Jam, West, Jam, les Squirrels, les Scal, Tomahawk, le nouveau western, le nouveau western, moderne, Lucky, Billy Lucky, Miguelito Loveless.
Ooh, nearing the end of the show now. If you want some more Sounds of 86 next month, we're here on Easter Sunday. There you go. Easter eggs and us. What more could you ask for? Right, that in the background was MC Solar, and that's called Nouveau Western. What a fantastic sample, isn't that? The Serge Gainsbourg one. Absolutely love it. Also sampled by Renegade Soundwave for the same titled track, Renegade Soundwave. Before that, another new artist, that was John Glacier and Home. Absolutely wonderful album, that. Really love it. Very interesting. Like, I love pushing the boundaries of hip-hop. Fantastic. And now I'm going to play a favourite of mine, and this is Babe Rainbow, and it's called Like Cleopatra.